I felt like last night, after watching the game, when somebody says, hey, let's go to dinner, and they're going to pay. So you're not as critical of the meal because somebody's paying. And last night it felt like somebody's paying. I'm not going to be too critical about this. I'm just going to watch, just going to enjoy. I realize Ozzy Osbourne's still alive. You know, those were really important things as I'm watching the game last night. Oh, Ozzy Osbourne. Who asked for Ozzy? But he's there, so I'm okay with that.
Nobody.
So I'm watching the game, and it felt like Buffalo was at a different speed. If you're old enough to remember, you know, when you have an album or a 45 or a 78 RPM or whatever they were called, you know, it just moved faster. And it felt like the Buffalo Bills were moving faster on the turntable than the Rams were. And if I looked at the Buffalo Bills defense, I mean, that's a complete team. They look like a complete team. But we expected that. Defensive backs, very good. You up front, and then you had Von Miller. So you're looking at a team that should be the Super Bowl favorites, and they are, and they looked every bit of that. I like their receivers. I like Gabe Davis a lot. Stephon Diggs, who we had earlier in the week, looked great last night. Running backs, they have a few of them. I was a big Zach Moss fan when he was at Utah.
Yeah, you were.
And then you have Josh Allen. Josh Allen looked like the MVP favorite last night. So you can't come away going, man, Buffalo, they're good. They're the favorites. Josh Allen looked good. He's the favorite for MVP. If you have a critical eye, the critical eye is with the Rams, their offensive line. 7 sacks. I don't think Buffalo blitzed one time. They had 7 sacks without blitzing. That's really, really concerning. Matthew Stafford had a couple of interceptions, a couple were tipped. Cooper Kupp looked like Cooper Kupp. There was no running game. And then you have the defense where you go, Jalen Ramsey, pick up a white courtesy phone. Aaron Donald had a couple of moments there, but for the most part, Buffalo came in, ate the Rams' lunch, stayed for dinner, and an after-dinner snack as well. But it was 10-10 at halftime, and I thought this could easily be 21-0, 24-0, 24-3. But the Rams were staying in it. And I thought, okay, well, maybe you can hold on for dear life and make this a game. And then we realized Buffalo was going to make this worse. Here's Josh Allen complimenting his defense.
That first half, being careless with the football a little bit, putting our defense in bad situations, but they bowed up for us. They gave us a chance. I mean, going in with 3 turnovers at halftime and it being even, that was a huge boost for us. We knew that if we came out and tried to execute the way we know we can execute, we were going to move the ball and score, and again, our defense played a hell of a game.
I know this is going to sound crazy. That sounds crazy, Dan. I think Josh Allen should probably take a page out of Cam Newton's book. When Cam Newton and Carolina went to the Super Bowl, Cam Newton ran the most times in his career, most attempts in his career. I'm not big on my quarterback running, but when my quarterback is that big and that fast, he's so dangerous when he's able to do that. And I know, having been around this sport for 40 years, I don't care how big or how fast, they eventually catch you. Remember Dante Culpepper? You know, I watch Josh Allen sometimes and I go, man, I see some Dante Culpepper. Because Culpepper was 6'5", probably 260, and he was going to hurt you. And then all of a sudden, he got hurt, and he was never the same. But to make this Buffalo team even more dangerous and make them even more unstoppable, Josh Allen out in space, as the kids like to say, boy, that is such a lethal weapon. And I don't like my running back or my quarterback running as much, but he's going to be your leading rusher. And that might be a good thing this year. I don't know if I want it all the time, but if I want to unleash Josh Allen on the NFL, I'm like, let's go, you know. But be smart. Like, I can't imagine, you know, Sean McDermott saying to him, all right, you can run, but be smart, okay? Please. You know, like when you send your kid out at night and you say, hey, be careful. Don't do anything stupid, all right? Be back by 11 o'clock. I mean, that's what you want to say to Josh Allen. Utilize your talents. I always cringe when players who are great in college and they do something a certain way, then they get to the pros and then the NFL coaches, assistant coaches go, no, we're not going to do that anymore. Like RG3. RG3, this is what you do. Just be smart or smarter, and let's see what we have. You know, Johnny Manziel, this is who you are. This is what you do. Let's see how it all plays out. I don't want to change somebody or take away one of their great weapons. Kyler Murray, utilize your legs. Lamar Jackson, utilize your leg. As long as you can, that's how we want you to perform. Go out there. That's how we want to present you. And I noticed that with Josh Allen. He is always going downhill. He attacks, and he seemed really, really, really comfortable. Dove into the end zone. You know, you're going to hold your breath. You are. If you're a Bills fan, you're just like that. That's where your season hinges on him staying healthy. Because if Josh Allen is healthy, you're going to be going deep into the playoffs because the team is that good all around. But don't be surprised. Don't overreact and say, wow, the Bills are great. You might overreact to the Rams with the offensive line. You might overreact to the lack of a running attack. Cooper Kupp continues to just dumbfound me. Like, you just watch and you go, I don't know how. Because, and even Chris Collinsworth, who played the position at a very high level, Collinsworth last night goes, I don't know how to explain it. Because he's not, he's good size, but there's nothing where you go, wow. Like, I can watch Stephon Diggs and go, okay, I get it, man. I watch Cooper Kupp and I go, 12 catches. Had a great toe tap touchdown. And then you go, everybody knows he's going to get it because you have no running game. You got to get the ball out quickly. You know, you only have to cover him 5 to 7 yards. Yeah, Seton.
I think that touchdown, the toe tap touchdown that you were just talking about is part of it. Because when watching it on TV and in the moment, I was like, oh, there's no way he got 2 feet down.
Yeah.
And then when you see it in slow motion, he got 3 easily and almost a 4th down. And you're like, how are his feet that fast?
And who knew he had 3 feet?
Yeah.
But he did it.